sorry. How are you? Are you good?
Woo!
Oh, glad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Had a
good.
beer before.
Are you? Yeah. Are you drinking?
Not that much.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, sure.
Just sipping.
Okay. So, hi you guys. The next session is designed for you to be inspired in order to achieve excellence. Our next speaker is. I'll say it correctly. Yeah.
It's a big man.
No, I have it.
Yeah.
It's Daniyel Jones. Have fun, guys.
Oh, man. My question to you as we start would be, is there anyone in this room that believes you have the potential to do more? Yes. I'm happy to see that. Today's session, I'm going to share with you 3 secrets that I've learned from one of the most legendary icons in our industry today. That legendary icon has a fashion statement of wearing an oversized jacket. And these 3 keys are what I've learned over spending a decade with this icon. Today we're celebrating 200 years with this icon. And this is a special celebration here in Athens. Because if you guys have visited our booth, you'd see that the bottles are very different today. The House of Angostura wanted to celebrate with everyone here in Athens. And we ensured that you guys got the new packaging and one of the new releases of our rums that's not available in any of the markets today. It's only available right here at Athens, Basel. So we're going to kick things off with one of the first rums, because we're not doing a tasting right now. We're doing a toasting. Yes. Big man saying it's a toasting to the House of Angostura. And while they serve the rums to you, I want you to take a look at the bottle. What you knew as the Angostura 7-year-old is no longer just the Angostura 7-year Caribbean rum. It's now going to be called the House Signature. Oh la la. Imagine I come to the bar, my brother, and I say, can I have a drink of your House Signature from the House of Angostura? That's beautiful. We're going to come back to the toast as I begin sharing with you the 3 keys. As a bartender, as a bar manager, sometimes there's a moment in your career where you feel like, I don't know what's the next step. Where do I go from here? How do I achieve that legendary greatness, that excellence that I've seen so many speakers on stage here achieve? So many people that I follow, they've been able to achieve this. What do I need to do to get to that level? And the first key is vision. I know you've heard it so many times on TikTok, on Instagram. It's a simple word, but it has a profound meaning to it. And that meaning is simply, how far do you see? No, it's a question to you, my brother. How far do you see? I know. I'm playing with you, man. Don't worry. But it's a reality. Because as a bartender, you don't think about that. You think, I'm just going to go YOLO, I'm going to live every day as it comes, as it flows. But how far do you see? Because I have the ability to see you right now. That's all I can see. I can see everyone here in this room. But the moment I tap into my vision, I see more. I get to even see the version of me 5 years from now. What does that look like? You're speaking to a bartender from a small island that's known to make pina coladas and rum punches. But you're speaking to a bartender who saw a vision of himself in the future. So there may be challenges. We all have challenges. And the question is always, how can you walk in such a vision? And this is what I learned from the House of Angostura. A small brand designed as medicine. That had to work. The army of Simon Bolivar depended on this medicine to work. There was not a hospital for them to go to. And this small instrument that was created by Dr. Johann Siegert took a different route into cocktails. When Jerry Thomas defined a cocktail as any drink that contains spirit, water, sugar, and bitters, what bitters do you think he was referring to? They moved to the island of Trinidad and Tobago from the town of Angostura. And this is where the House of Angostura was created. From this small island, they carried a vision of Angostura globally. I would always go to the factory and I would look at the wall. And on the wall, I would see so many locations of where Angostura has been to. And I said to myself, they did not have frequent flyer miles like we do today. They took voyages. These voyages would take days, sometimes weeks, to get from the island to the US, to get from the island to Europe. But they had royal warrants in Austria, Spain, and in Britain. They achieved global recognition. Today, Angostura is distributed to over 165 countries around the world, making it one of the most globally distributed cocktail ingredients today. This is why it's a mark of excellence. If I walk into your bar, my brother, what's the name of your bar? Yeah. Kali. I walk into your bar and I see a bottle of Angostura bitters. I know I can expect great cocktails from there. Yeah, big man too. But how did they achieve this? And how can I achieve this as a bartender today? How do I create this so-called vision? What does it look like? And it starts with an idea. Everyone in this room has an idea. I know this. You know why I know this? Because every one of you bartenders have created great cocktails on your menu. And they all started with an idea. Has anyone here won a cocktail competition recently? Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. Can you give a round of applause to our Thank you, brother. Thank you. I saw your hand raised, yes. What was the competition you competed in? Yeah. 2 competitions. Okay? Yeah. Got you. And this was a creation, a signature cocktail from you. Excellent. That signature cocktail that you won that competition with started with an idea. And this is what every vision begins with, an idea. You see, you're sitting right there and you're taking your ideas for granted. But the same way his idea won a competition, your idea has the potential to do more. But what do we do next after the idea? That's when you go into imagination. If you have the belief to spend enough time in that idea, you begin to believe in it. The same way he believed that this cocktail that was starting from an idea could become something, could become a winning cocktail, he spent time thinking. In that imagination, it created something. So many times we use our imagination in the wrong way. We think of the bad things that can happen. We think of all the negatives. We think of the worst scenarios. But what if instead we can use our imagination to think of all the good things that can happen? What if instead I can think of it being successful, just perfectly successful? What if instead, this is my imagination, this is not yours, this is mine. What if instead I can just think about it being perfectly successful? What does that look like? I get to choose that. It's right here. I get to choose it. And once I choose it, and I believe in it, then I take it to the next level. And that is to write it down. When you thought about that cocktail, did you write it down after?
Write two ideas down.
Exactly.
And started with the concept.
Yeah.
And work on that concept.
Right.
Picture, define recipe.
Right. And that picture was in your mind.
Was in my mind.
Exactly.
For one recipe, actually worked 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The other recipe was butterless jam. I
Mhm.
had the idea in the head.
Yeah.
Only had one try.
Exactly. I appreciate that, sir.
What's the
What's your name?
video?
Huh?
My name?
Yes.
Video.
Video. He wrote it down. When was the last time you wrote down the idea that you had? Anyone? Just show me your hands. Anyone here? I know you, brother. I see you. Listen, I know rumors started with an idea. Please give a round of applause to one of the icons in our industry. Yeah. All right. When you speak about rum, you have certain people that you speak about. And I know that Ian Burrell came in late, so you did not get to see that when I speak about legends, he's up there, yeah. Please give a round of applause for another example. So before we go to the next key, guys, listen to me. You have to write it. You come to this Athens bar show. How many of you have been here a few times? You've come to this bar show over and over. Don't leave without something. Don't go back and sit into the same old. You're around so many inspiring elements here, from the people, from the brands. Write your vision down. Write that idea. The same way you conceptualize your summer or your winter cocktail menu, write it down. All right, so we have the first one. We have two, right? Nice. We have three. Okay, can I have a drink, please? Thank you, my brother. Where's yours? You got it? All right, so what we have here is the house signature. The Angostura 7 is now going to be called the house signature. That's the first one. Do you guys like the packaging? Ah, it's beautiful, right? Now, before we raise the glass, I want to say thank you to the team from Beverage World. But most importantly, I want to say thank you to the team that made this possible. You see, we're celebrating Athens Bar Show with Angostura's 200th anniversary. This is not available in any of the markets until August next year. I know, 2025. So this, it will come out earlier in some markets, all right? But I want to say a special thank you because all the way from Trinidad, we have our Chief Brand Educator, Raymond Edwards. Please stand up. We have our Marketing Manager, Salome Velasco. Can you just wave? We have our Commercial Manager for EMEAA, ensuring that all of the markets, that the precision, the integrity, and the craftsmanship of Angostura is delivered. Melissa Clark. And this guy is Scottish, but he has an honorary Caribbean, Trinidadian, authorized diplomacy on our island. Mr. Andy Holmes of Artisan Spirit. And I'm not seeing her right now, but our brand manager from Beverage World, Evelina, they all made sure, is Evelina here? Okay, she's busy. But they all ensured that we had the new packaging here, just for you guys. So can somebody just call Babis and tell him the House of Angostura is celebrating Athens in a big way, okay? All right, guys. You're drinking rum with people from the island of Trinidad and Tobago. And we have a philosophy. When we drink rum, we become more than friends, we become family. Some people drink too much and they do become family. I'm pointing to the fingers, okay? So please raise your glasses with me as we toast to the House of Angostura, celebrating 200 years. When you have good rum, good friends, you always make great memories. Let me hear the glasses of the people in front of you and I see it. Beautiful. Delicious. You get the dried fruit, you get honey, you get all of those beautiful tropical flavors of bananas and coconut and citrus. It's elegance. It's the beginning of this journey. So guys, remember, how do you create the vision? It starts with the idea. Then you imagine it. Spend time on it. Spend time on it. And then write it down. The second key is to become a person of value. Now, if you're really serious on elevating your career, this is what you have to do. You have to become a person of value. And if you think that you are already someone of value, you have to improve on that. Because this is what happens to many of us. We stand here and we believe that we're successful. And we stay there. We don't move. But the moment you know that I have to keep becoming a person of value, you keep moving, you keep learning, you keep growing, you keep improving in some way. And that's what each one of us in this room here. The way that you become a person of value is to go beyond. It's very easy to complain, to say, I'm not paid to do this. This is not in my job description. But when you have the mindset to become more valuable, this is what happens. You start taking on all of those tasks, all of those responsibilities differently because your mindset is different. When I started my journey as a bartender, I worked at TGI Fridays. Hey. Oh yeah. They had a good program. That was the big boys back then, all right? Yeah, I'm not pissing on TGI Fridays. I started there. I'm very proud of that. But I remember my first day at Service Bar. All of the cocktails coming down in this chit, and I'm like, it's crazy. The chit is just long, and I'm grabbing the book, and I'm trying to find the cocktails inside of there, and I'm lost. And it was horrible. It was traumatic. I would have had to come to your seminar on Anastasia. It was traumatic. Okay, I had an experience that to this day, 15 years later, I still remember that experience as a bartender. But this is what I did. For that month, every Friday and Saturday, I would leave TGI Fridays with 2 garbage bags filled with empty bottles. They laughed at me for a moment. I went home and I put those empty bottles and created a dry bar in my room. My mom would come in and ask me, what craziness is happening here? And I would pick these bottles up and I would look at Cointreau and smell it, and I would look at all these ingredients, the banana liqueur, and I would smell them and read them, and I connected, and I would go back into the recipes. No one was paying me to do this. Clearly TGI Fridays was not. But that helped elevate my career as a bartender to become well known as a bartender on the island. And that was the beginning of the journey for me. The next step is to aim for mastery. For the bartenders here, some of you can shake a cocktail, but can you shake 2 at the same time? Some of you can stir a cocktail, but can you stir 2 at the same time? Can you shake and stir at the same time? There is always a level to aim for. Don't sit back and be comfortable. Elevate, aim for mastery. Even if you can do it, are you the best at doing it right now? And if you are not, then work on that. It's okay if you feel very far away from being the best. It's okay. The purpose of this is to keep moving. The third step is to find mentors. These are not best friends. These are mentors. These are people that are going to help you get to where you want to go. So you have to find people that have been and are doing what you want to do in life. And even if you don't know them personally, you find their books, you find their podcasts, you find their YouTube videos, and you learn from them. I've been fortunate to have mentors like Ian Morrell, but I have other mentors for other aspects of my life. I look at some bartenders, I look at my brother up there with Rumar, and the way he leads his team. And I put these people and I'm looking at them and I'm like, okay, these are great mentors. I like this element of their life. I'm going to use that in my life. Find your mentors. Right now, there are so many great, inspiring people at the bar show today. Have you connected with any one of them? Even if you don't get to have a conversation with them personally, it's okay. But use them as a mentor. We live in a different world today. We have access to so much. Use it. Find your mentors. All right, let's have a drink, guys. We have the 1919. You have the 1919 in your hand? What do you have? You only got the. I see two glasses.
Is it the third one or the second?
The second one. You have the second one? Okay. All right. Hey, big man. Big man. We need some rum. We need some rum, big man. All right. So listen up. Listen up, guys. This is not just ordinary 1919. Angostura created one of the most unique rums in the world, and I heard this directly from Ian Morrell. He said, I could taste 100 rums, but when I taste 1919, I know, I'm quoting you, right? You remember saying that? I could taste 100 rums, but when I taste Angostura's 1919, I know. That's Angostura. And that has been one of the crowd favorites. But to celebrate 200 years of excellence, we've changed the recipe for the first time. And what you have in your glasses are not just the new packaging, coming up from the new packaging. Not only does it have a new name, it's no longer just 1919. It's called the Grand Reserve. This is a blend of 3 rums. You have a 7, a 9, and a 10. In the past, we used a medium and light combination. This time, we've kept the same blend of 3 rums, but we're using heavy and medium in this blend. We've added depth into the craftsmanship of Angostura's 1919. All right, so when you get your glasses, we'll come back to that toast. The last key. Your dreams don't come to you. You can dream it, you can sit back, it's not going to come to you. I'm sorry to break your heart right now, it's not going to come to you. You have to go after it. There is a level that everyone in this room, whether you're a bartender or not, wants to get to. It's not going to come to you. You have to go after it. What does that look like? How do I activate that perseverance that is required? The first step is your attitude, your mindset. The lion is the king of the jungle. But the lion is not the fastest. The lion is not the smartest. The lion is not the tallest. The lion is not the strongest. Each one of us here may have challenges. Whether it's the country that I'm from, whether it's me not being rich enough, whether it's my skin color, whether it's my gender or my age. There's always a challenge. But the mindset of the lion is, I look at the elephant that's 10 times my size, 10 times my strength, and I see lunch. How many of you are looking at your challenges in that manner? And guess what? When the elephant looks at the lion, the elephant, though it's 10 times stronger, the elephant is afraid of the lion. So whatever that challenge is in front of you, develop the mindset of the lion. It's just an attitude, it's a mindset. I walk in here and I feel the fear, I feel the challenge, but I'm going to adopt a different mindset. Is there anyone in this room who've had a vision of one day stepping on a stage like this and speaking? Excellent. I'm looking for someone who's the closest right now. Who raised their hand? No. Thank you, man. Can I ask you to come here for a moment, brother? Yeah. Thank you. Please give him a round of applause as he comes. Speed boss. Speed boss. All right, so this is what I want you to do for me. I want you to tell everyone.
You look at anyone. It's too much light.
You'll figure it out now. So you're going to tell everyone your favorite Angostura cocktail. And that's it.
The Mai Tai.
You don't me. You tell them. You tell them your favorite Angostura cocktail and why.
Well, I like the citrusy effect that we collaborate
Okay, you
with
talk to
the
them. You talk to them.
characteristics
It's
of
all
the
you.
rum.
I'm in the back here.
I first was introduced to Angostura 1919 and no, right before the 7
Yeah.
And I had it with a dry tonic.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I tried rum and tonic, and I loved it. So I started my trip on rums.
Yeah.
And then I discovered the citrusy character and the sweetness of the almonds
Yeah.
and the complexity of it that was blending together and balancing
Yeah.
at once. And that was a dream cocktail for me. It brought up memories
Yeah.
from my childhood,
Yes.
from, I don't know if you know any Greek desserts, there's
No.
too many without them.
Gotcha.
Yeah, especially from my region.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Excellent.
Yeah, that was the catalyst.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Please give them a round of applause, guys. The point was not to call him out. The point was to say to you that though you may feel uncomfortable, just adopt a different mentality. He had no idea I was going to ask him to come and step in front of all of you. He had no opportunity to plan. These are things that can happen in our lives. But if you just adopt a different attitude, okay, I'm still going to do it. And the next point is to learn to fail. Because guess what? You're going to leave this session and you're going to be all inspired and be like, okay, yes, Daniyel, I'm going to try some of this stuff. And then at some point, you're going to crash. But that is not a crash. It's not failure. It's you learning. If you fall, you have two options. Do I stay down or do I get up? Okay? Embrace the concept of failing. And the last point is why. Why are you a bartender? Why are you in hospitality? Why are you doing this? Why? If you don't have enough why, then find something else or add some more why to it. That why could be your parents, that why could be your family, that why could be you wanting to get to the level of Daniyel and Monica Bird. But you have to add more why. So if I come to you and I'm having a drink and ask you, why are you doing this? Can you tell me why? If you don't and if you cannot, find your why. So guys, raise your glasses as we close this session.
Wait, boss. I have a question for you.
Yeah,
What is your wine?
my wine. Oh, she called me up, man. Good one, good one, good one. Yeah, we don't have time. We don't have time.
100% to Daniyel.
All right. So listen up. Come and have a drink with us at the House of Angostura, and I'm going to share my wine when you come to the House of Angostura session, the booth for me, okay? Now listen up. I know you have a drink. I'm going to enjoy this, and we're going to close up now. All right? I give you my word, okay? So this is what we're going to do. Let's have a drink of the Grand Reserve, Angostura's Grand Reserve. Please embrace the nose, and remember, when you have good rum, good friends, you always make great memories. Let me hear the glasses of the people next to you, please. Yeah. All right, I'm going to close up. I'll tell you 1 minute. I know. All right. Guys, listen up. Hold on. Stand up. We're going to close up this session hard. Come on, stand up. Come on. We're not drinking vodka here, we're drinking rum. Alright, listen up. I know I have 1 minute. It's all over, alright? Listen up. I just need your help. When I say, I need you to help me sing this. Ray, come on help me with this here. Come on, this. Yeah, easy. Alright. So I'm going to give you the cue for what I need you to sing, right? Hold on. The House of Angostura. The House of Angostura, on the island, we refer to it as home. Alright? We refer to it as home. Alright? So when I say there's no place like, I need you to say home. One more time. There's no place like home. Alright. That's it, baby. That's it. Stars up above. Let me dance now.